Wow, these are like womanses. So catchy. This synth wave was really popping off in 2020. Hello, Claire Bears, and welcome back to my reaction to the critics' choices of the top K-pop songs of 2020. If you didn't check out part 1 and you would like to see what went into the methodology of what the top songs were, as well as my reaction to songs 11 through 6, then you can click this link right here. This one. Click it. We're going to resume here at song number 5 on the list, which was Mago by GFRIEND, which, like Dum Da Dum, Pora Pipam, and Black Swan, was on 7. Something fresh for GFRIEND, a disco number that seems to be about Satanism or something, because of course, and certainly, once again, the devil has proven that he has the best tunes, as the high-flying chorus melody of Mago is instantly catchy and brilliant. I didn't think Satanism was something we were going to be addressing today, but sure. Unless I'm mistaken, I think that GFRIEND is the first disbanded group that I have come across in my entire series here. So according to K-Profiles, they debuted in 2015 with 6 members: Sowan, Yerin, Yoonha, Yuju, Sinbi, and Umji. But then they announced the disbanding on May 22nd. What the heck? That's my birthday. That's so strange that we had one group debut the day after my birthday in this series, Ace from part 1, and then one group disband on my birthday in this series. That is strange. Following the expiration of their contract. So interesting that they would disband after having such a successful song in 2020. I'll have to look into why that disbandment happened. That disco resurgence really started to happen in the late 2010s, early 2020s. So let's see what that sounds like with Mago, as I also enjoy my lime bubbly sans vodka this time, since I'm filming in the middle of the afternoon. Ooh, nice shoes. Putting up the brightness. Ooh. Oh. I love her hair. That blonde color looks so nice with so many idol skin. And the sparkles. Love. They all bore me. Fly away on a broom. Ooh. This is so catchy though. And I see sparkles. I am happy. But I feel like I should know what Mago means. Interesting. A person who practices sorcery. Love it. Iconic. Especially considering Scream is in our top 10 here and very much has that sorcery theme, and makes sense considering the "I'll fly away on a broom" comment. But what I love most about this so far is just the pure I don't give an F attitude that's going on. Go on and judge me now. I won't ever waver. It is very much an attitude I aspire towards. So yes, loving this so far. Oof. And I love these outfits. I love the like Chanel aesthetic. Ooh. The pole dancing. And just like the tongue-in-cheekness of all of this is kind of amazing. Oh, my goodness. Wow, these are like romances. Ooh, I like that choreography. Ooh, I like the drama of this part. In the blessed flame I fly reborn. Ooh, really living in their sorceress era here. So, kind of iconic. Oh, that was quite the place to pause. Multiple crotch shots. I was going to say, I know that these shots are a stylistic choice so that we can see the beams of light better, but for me, it just makes me feel like I'm filming and my camera lens is dirty. So part of me really wants to go like and just like use my sleeve to clean their camera lens. It's slightly bothering me, but everything else about this is fantastic. I like the pantsuit. I love this. Oh, amazing. Oh, I was about to pause. But are we getting a cutscene? Yeah, I really loved how this song and in this video, GFRIEND really leaned into their womanhood and their femininity, because I feel like one of my pet peeves, if you are a regular watcher of this channel, you know that I am not a fan of the more bubblegummy pop side of K-pop, and I don't like it when women in K-pop are infantilized, but I love them leaning into their femininity with all of the sparkles, these like stripper boots. I mean that in the best way. The pole, the lyrics of the song just being unapologetically sorcery. I don't know what the adjective is for sorcery, but you know what I mean. Leaning all the way into their femininity and owning that femininity is what I'm getting at here. And I feel like the disco theme in general really embodies that, since, you know, disco kind of originated in clubs and as a form of escape. And here they're living in a world where they can be unapologetically witchy. I guess witchy would be the adjective I was looking for. But yeah, if the rest of GFRIEND's discography is similar to this, is definitely something that I could get into and get behind. But let's now go to our song number 4, which is La Di Da by EVERGLOW, which is the only song to have appeared 8 times on these different critics lists out of 10. And of those 8 appearances, had an average ranking of 5.6, which is actually the second highest out of any of the average rankings in this video. And there was one publication that had La Di Da as their number 1 song of 2020, which was Cult Scene. So here is what they said. Frank Miller-esque cinematography, sequins, synths, voguing, amazing. EVERGLOW gave us everything neutral with La Di Da. I feel like there's a lot of retro-ish songs that have appeared on this list and that I know are to come too. EVERGLOW proved that they are a mainstay with La Di Da. They showed that women were the backbone of this year's K-pop run. And if you're a hater, they don't have time, nor can they hear you. With La Di Da's staying power, the possibilities for EVERGLOW are endless moving forward. It's time for a new it girl group, and La Di Da demanded it to be them. Now, this is a very interesting statement to look back on, because I feel like no one saw coming what ended up happening with EVERGLOW. And even though I don't even know I don't even know EVERGLOW. I haven't heard a single song by EVERGLOW before. I know loosely of the EVERGLOW debacle and the fact that they went almost 2 years without a comeback, but I really don't know anything about EVERGLOW other than that, so let's learn a bit more about them. Where EVERGLOW is a girl group under Yuhua Entertainment. There are 6 members: Sihyun, EU, Mia, Onda, Aisha, and Yiren. They debuted on March 18, 2019. So, 2020, they were essentially still a rookie group. And they're the first of only 2 appearances of a 4th gen group on this list, with the oldest member being born in 1998. And I feel like even though, again, I've never heard an EVERGLOW song before, they were really popping off when I was first getting into K-pop in 2019, 2020. I'd heard their name everywhere, and then all of a sudden they just disappeared. So if you have any insights as to why that happened, definitely let me know in the comments, because from what I understand, it's kind of a mystery, right? And there was a time where I was considering really getting into EVERGLOW on my channel, but I didn't end up doing that because 1, the demand wasn't there, and 2, there was really no new music that had come out when my channel really popped off in 2021, 2022. But anyways, we'll see if maybe after watching the music video for La Di Da that I have this hunger to get into more of EVERGLOW's discography. So let's watch. Is the whole video gonna be black and white? Ooh. So we're getting like girl crush here. Oh. Ooh. Yes, very retro. I'm trying not to dance too much. I want to shake the desk. Ooh. Oh, do we have multiple rappers in EVERGLOW? Ugh, I love the contrast between the colors on the black and white. Ooh. Oh, there's the voguing. I like that melody. And I love how much like influence there has been from queer culture on K-pop, especially in more recent years. And in a lot of ways, there have been, indirect references to queer culture in terms of, for example, subverting gender expectations and gender norms. But then here we have a direct reference with the voguing choreography, which is a highly stylized modern house dance that originated in the late 1980s that evolved out of the Harlem ballroom scene, which is, a staple of queer culture. But then on top of that, out of all of the new songs that I've heard from this list, I feel like this one is my favorite so far, just in terms of the beat, the vibe, the melody, and just the bad bitchery of it all. I got it, you want it. Open yourself, deeply trapped inside. When you feel something is wrong, too late. Got no time for haters, now cut it out, everything. I can't even hear them, no, I just erase everything. Just like with our previous song from GFRIEND, I aspire to this energy greatly. Yeah, let's keep going. Ooh. Love me a good rapper, as we know. Her eyes were so beautiful. I love the look of this group, like the aesthetic and how interesting they all are. So catchy. And the straps on the legs. Oh. Sparkles on the eyes. I'm a simple girl. Love some sparkles. Oh, more sparkles. She's so tiny. Oh. Ooh. Looks like something out of a movie. Love that choreo. I see why they popped off, like why they became so popular. I just feel like Everglow has so much going for them, which is hard to do because I feel like this girl crush concept and this retro sound isn't new, but out of all of the girl groups that I have reacted to so far in this series that I hadn't seen before, they stand out to me the most. It felt like each member brought something different to the table, which I feel like is a really hard thing to feel and to notice after just one song from a group. I like that the rappers sounded like rappers, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of a strange thing to say, but sometimes I feel like in K-pop, the rap parts can feel somewhat shoehorned in and almost like a checkbox exercise, but that really did not feel like the case with this song. The vocal performance was amazing, especially on the chorus. I feel like that melody has a lot of staying power and it's something that I'm gonna remember. The beat, the synth, the energy is just like at a 10, but it still felt like there were levels in this. It was just so good. I understand why this is at number 4. And while the lyrics as a whole might not be like super spectacular, I feel like there are a couple of lines that just really stood out. Like I could see this "got no time for haters" really having like staying power. So yeah, amazing stuff here from Everglow. Okay, now we are getting to our top 3 songs here. These next 2 appearing on 9 lists out of 10, where first we have I Can't Stop Me by Twice. Can't stop me. I will not be doing a reaction to this song because I have heard it a bazillion times. I've consumed every form of content around the song because it is iconic. I Can't Stop Me can't be stopped. It is that 80s retro pop at its absolute finest. The average placement of this song out of the 9 publications was 8.7, and the highest ranking was from BuzzFeed at number 3, and they had this to say: Twice is unstoppable, plain and simple, agreed. After wowing the world with their earlier single More and More, the 9-membered group came back in November with I Can't Stop Me, a bold, synth-filled daydream that feels like it was lifted straight out of an epic 80s video game soundtrack. Add in the group's incredible choreography, especially that leg drop move, and Twice's I Can't Stop Me is pure pop perfection that takes the group's musicality to brand new heights. What's not to love with I Can't Stop Me? The beat, the synths, that 1-2 punch of Jihyo and Nayeon's soaring vocals on that chorus, that unforgettable choreography. This is the only song, the only K-pop song that I have learned the choreography from start to finish. The song just feels like Twice at their absolute peak, and I would not have been mad if this was number 1 on the list. I personally think this is a better song than the actual number 1, which we'll get to, but yes, I'm so happy that this appeared as high as it did on the list because it deserves it. But all right, let's move to our number 2 song on this list, which is Criminal by TAEMIN. And this arguably could have been at number 1 for a few reasons. Because other than La Di Da by Everglow, this is the only song that appeared as number 1 on 2 lists. But on top of that, 3 of the publications ranked it at number 3 and 2 ranked it at number 4, which gives it the highest average ranking of any song on this list at 4.2. But that also far exceeds what the average ranking of the number 1 song was, which is 15.8. 8.8. But let's see what the bias list has to say about Criminal, which is one of the publications that ranked it at number 1. And they said, when it comes to pop royalty like TAEMIN, I always hope for the kind of show-stopping sounds that befit a legend. For the first time in years, that wish was granted in the form of Criminal. Here, TAEMIN brilliantly refutes the title of his latest album series, Never Gonna Dance Again, and rides K-pop synthwave resurgence to utter brilliance. Wow, this synthwave was really popping off in 2020. So the bar is set high here for TAEMIN. I'm expecting pure brilliance, and I feel like I will not get anything short of pure brilliance. So let's watch the video for Criminal. Ooh. It's very like hypnotic. Being brainwashed. I feel like I'm being brainwashed right now by TAEMIN's excellence. And I love, love, love that he always has male and female dancers. Ooh. So elegant, yes, you are. Oh! Oh my goodness. I like that high note. Oh my goodness. I feel like there's just so much beauty in this music video, in this song, and it's almost like, I almost feel like what he's singing about someone else being is what he is. Like, your eyes and the way you move. I try to get away from you, but being brainwashed, all I can do is nod. Like, that is me. That is us. That is all of us. And I wouldn't be surprised if I was just like absolutely stone-faced during that reaction because I was just so taken in. Your words make my feet entangled and dance. I don't want to deny the truth that it was destined to be you from the beginning of, you know, you were destined to be the prince of K-pop and, you know, so elegant. And this image here is such a like powerful and captivating one because, you know, it's like such this beautiful scene around him, yet obviously he has a bag over his head and cuts on his face. So, you know, visually representing this dichotomy of pain and suffering, but then also just like beauty and utter brilliance. But we're only just getting dragged in more deeply. So yeah, let's keep going. Syndrome called you. Huh. Childlike and innocent face. I can't get over these lyrics though. My hands holding yours that stabbed me are not clean either. It's just like going for the jugular here, literally, in this case. And parts of it remind me of Guilty, you know? And he just like very much has that area of the market cornered of just like so beautiful, you can't look away. And some of this choreography almost reminds me of like a puppet, like he's being controlled. And that like pulling up of his jacket. I like this addition, like that extra vocal layer to the chorus. That was stunning. Move is my absolute favorite song by TAEMIN, but I feel like now this is a close second for me. TAEMIN just truly is that whole package. And while the music on its own, if you never saw any music video or any choreography to go along with it, is stellar, it's that choreography and the visuals and the storytelling that just bumps it up that extra notch and just like sells it that much more. And I really, really liked the buildup of that chorus and the addition of that second layer of vocals because, you know, even though that beat was really like pounding and powerful, vocally, the chorus was like on the understated side and then just like packs that punch to close it out with that higher octave and that vocal layer added on top. So I fully get why the song is as high as it is and why it appeared as #1 on multiple lists, top 5 on almost all the lists it was on. And I feel like I'm gonna have to make some adjustments to my list now because we've now reached our #1 song, which is Wannabe by ITZY. This was the only song on the entire list to appear on all 10 lists. Even though only a couple of the lists ranked the song particularly high, with the highest ranking being #2 by Celeb Mix and Paper at #5, the rest of the list placed them in the teens, in the 20s, or in the bias list case, even in the 30s. But our criteria is our criteria here, and because it is the only song to have appeared all 10 times on all 10 lists, it is #1. And I must say, I completely understand why the song is #1 for 2020, how this ended up here, because it is in my personal top 5 for 2020. I have heard the song before, and if you would like to see my reaction to it, you'd like to see my first time reaction to ITZY, you can check that out right here. But it's just such a fantastic, catchy pop song. It says, while monster rookies ITZY have no problem delivering bold, high-intensity hits, their 2020 single Wannabe really took off thanks to member Ryujin's opening choreography, a distinctive shoulder dance that's been copied by agile stands and fellow idols all over the globe. It's instantly memorable, but when coupled with the wayward attitude of Ryujin's delivery and the boisterous energy of the track, it's iconic. Yeah, I feel like this song is very much one of those songs that the choreography and the kind of like cultural impact of it made the song even better and elevated the song itself. Because it's so hard to listen to this song and not picture that choreography in your head. And you know, the I wanna be me. This is a song that has just transcended, and there's one form of content that I have not seen for this song, which I'm going to react to today, and that is the performance video, which I'm very excited for because I really want to see that choreography in its full form. I would put it on par with I Can't Stop Me in terms of just like absolutely iconic choreography of 2020. So I'm honestly shocked that I never got around to watching this, especially since it sits at 119 million views. The performance video, 119 million views. And this is going to be kind of bittersweet because in my humble opinion, ITZY have not topped Wannabe since then. Although I absolutely loved Kill My Doubt as an album and feel like it is incredibly underrated. I would love to see ITZY release a track like Wannabe again that is like zeitgeisty in terms of its impact. So let's watch the performance video for Wannabe. And I'll try very hard not to dance along. So good. Just like the like try me bitch of it all. So many amazing moves in this song. Like, whoever choreographed this song deserves a medal, deserves the raisiest of raises. It's hard for any song to have any kind of iconic choreography, but when you have multiple moments like that within a song, it's just like, how? And I love the big puffy sleeves too. It's very much giving. It's like, oh, it's not like I want to be me, I want to be you. I love the like daggers that Leo was staring at the camera. And the choreography in this too. Oh yes, I love this part. Like, so freaking good. ITZY have some of the best dance breaks in K-pop. I said what I said. And they just like deliver the choreography with so much like conviction, or none of it feels like fake. None of it feels put on, you know? I can't speak today. It's so good. Like, how many performance videos out there have 120 million views? Probably not many. And there's a reason for that. Because it's just like so unbelievably iconic. And that is why this song, I feel, is at number 1. It's not number 1 on my list, but it's close. And before I get to my personal top 10 list of K-pop songs from 2020, I feel like I do want to summarize a little bit what we saw here. It feels like that 80s retro synth pop was really having its revival in 2020. I would say at least half of these songs had that vibe to it in the top 10. And while we did have a mix of solo artists, boy groups, girl groups, it really seemed like the girl groups dominated in 2020. And it wasn't any one girl group who dominated either, because there were 7 different girl groups in this top 11. And I really feel like in recent years, we've seen a girl group take over in K-pop. And it was really around this time that shift started to happen. But yeah, on the whole, as shitty of a year as 2020 was, it was truly fantastic for K-pop. And I think one of the strongest years in the last decade for me personally. So with that said, let me get to my personal top 10 K-pop songs of 2020. I would love to hear your list as well. So please drop your list of favorite songs from 2020 in the comments. But I'm going to start at number 10 for me and go up to number 1. So number 10 on my list is Boca by Dreamcatcher. I absolutely absolutely adored the Dystopia series from Dreamcatcher. It is what got me into Dreamcatcher, and I love how pounding and powerful the chorus is of this song. And let's be honest, I'm a geek, the big paradox, among one of my favorite lyrics in K-pop. My number 9 is God's Menu by Stray Kids. This was the first Stray Kids song that I ever heard, so it holds a special place in my heart. The Cooking Like a Chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin, incredibly iconic. A factor for me in building my top 2020 list was how much staying power a song has. You know, am I still listening to the song in 2023? And God's Menu is definitely one of those songs with the ebbs and flows and its energy and that just like do 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 do, impossible not to sing along. At number 8, late entry into the list, but we have Criminal by TAEMIN. It's hard for me to rank any of these new songs any higher than this just because I haven't had the time to fully absorb it, but I feel like after what I just heard, I had to throw it in here. And the same goes for my number 7 by EVERGLOW, which is La Di Da. As amazing as both of these songs were, I had to give the slight edge to La Di Da because it much more matches the aesthetic of my brand of K-pop. And I don't know if aesthetic is the right word, but you know, that synth poppy, high energy type of song is much more the type of song that I go for, even though Criminal was amazing. At number 6, we have Oh My God by IDOL. Again, I feel like this is just a song that absolutely transcended 2020. I love the lesbian undertones of this song, just that powerful deep bass of the chorus and the oh my god she took me to the sky. It is just one of those songs that sticks with you, which earned it my number 6 ranking. At number 5, we have Dechita by August D. This is a very biased ranking for me because first of all, it is from my alt bias Yoongi, and 2, it came out on my birthday. It has my favorite rap verse of all time, period, in it. I feel like I don't even have to tell you which one it is. It is Yoongi, Suga, August D at his absolute best, and it is my favorite August D song ever. And then my top 4, I'm gonna go through pretty quickly because I've pretty much said everything there is to be said about them. At number 4, we have Wannabe by ITZY. Again, such an incredibly memorable, transcendent song. At number 3, we have Black Swan by BTS. Beautiful instrumental, beautiful topic for a song, beautiful melody. I feel like it just subverts your expectations in so many ways. Number 2, we have Scream by Dreamcatcher, one of my favorite songs of all time from one of my favorite girl groups of all time. And then at number 1, we have I Can't Stop Me by Twice. She is mother, she is an icon, she is one of my favorite K-pop songs of all time. So there we have it, friends. Those are the top K-pop songs of 2020. I would love, love, love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Do you feel like the critics got it right? Do you feel like they got it wrong? Do you feel like they got it somewhere in between? And what are your favorite K-pop songs of 2020? Sound off down in the comments. And I don't really know what to do about 2019. I've been really enjoying this series so far, and I would love to continue back through the years, but I already built the rankings for 2019, and the top 6 songs I have all heard before. 7 out of the top 10 I have heard, so I'm not too sure what to do about that. I feel like I might have to skip it and go straight to 2018 if I do continue this series, but let me know if you have any thoughts about how I could potentially work around that, or if you'd like to see the series continue straight into 2018, because I have built that list and only one song from the top 10 have I heard before. But regardless, definitely keep an eye out for my top K-pop songs of 2023 reaction, which is definitely going to be coming in the coming weeks, as well as some other list videos that I will be making, such as my top K-pop songs of 2023 list and a ranking video of all of the 2023 albums that I listened to this year. So definitely stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, hope you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.